Good morning, Year 2s, and welcome to Wednesday's phonics lesson. It's the 20th of January, and I am Miss McDonough, one of the teachers in Gold Class, and I am teaching your phonics session again today. So, your warm-up this morning, get your brains in the phonics mood, is can you turn these words into the past tense, okay? So, cry. What would I write if that was happening yesterday? Hide. That might be quite a tricky one. Have to have a think about that one. Skate. What about if I did that yesterday or last week or last year or even just this morning in the past tense? Jump is another one. Swim. And one last one, hug. Okay, so you know what to do. Pause the video and come back to me in a moment when you've had a go. Off you go now. Right, so hopefully you've had a chance to have a look at those. So cry. Today I cry. Yesterday I cried when I fell over in the playground. Right, so what we do for the word cry is we turn that Y to an I and then we add R-E-D. Cry to cried. Hide. Ooh, what do we have? Hided? Hidden? No, that doesn't sound right. I hid inside the cupboard. That's an irregular verb. That's a bit of a strange one. I hid. Sometimes you just have to say them out aloud and see if you can hear what sounds right. Skate. I skated around the park. Skated. So what we actually do, it looks like we just add a D, but what we really do is we take away that E and we add our E-D ending. Jumped. I jumped in a muddy puddle last week. It sounds a bit like a T, doesn't it? Jumped. But actually, it's an ED making that sound. Jumped. Jumped. Swim, another irregular verb. We don't say I swimmed in the pool or I swimmed in the sea. I swam. Swam. So some of them you just kind of have to say them out aloud and listen to what sounds right. Hug. Oh, I'm missing hugs, aren't you? I hugged my teddy bear really tightly and I double my final consonant in hug. So I've got two G's in the middle before I add my ED ending. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're doing today. So this week we have been adding the less suffix at the end of words. And remember, a suffix is a group of letters that goes at the end of a word and changes its meaning. Have a think. What do you think happens to the word penny, like the coin, when it is changed to penniless? Penniless. Penniless means not having any pennies, okay? Just have a little think. What do you think I'm going to do to the word penny to change it to penniless? Okay, so when a word ends in a Y and I want to add my less suffix, what I have to do is I change my Y to an I and then I add the less suffix. Penniless, meaning having no pennies. Okay, so when a word ends in an I, we need to take away the Y and change it to an I before adding less. Can you have a go at doing the same thing to these words? So we've got mercy to merciless, having no mercy, and pity to pitiless. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, mercy to merciless, change a Y to an I, and then I add my less, and the same with pity, pitiless, having no pity, Y to an I, and then you add your less suffix. Okay, so remember our rule that we're looking at today is when the root word ends with a Y, we change it to an I, and then we add our less suffix. Your activity that I would like you to do today, that I want to see on Seesaw, is I have got some words here that end in the full suffix. So I've got shameful. Shameful, his behaviour was shameful. Hopeful. Mindful. Joyful. Tasteful. And pitiful. And what I'd like you to do in each instance is I want you to get rid of the full suffix, and I want you to change it to a less. So instead of shameful, I want you to write shameless. Hopeful, full of hope, I want you to write hopeless. Mindful, mindless. Joyful, joyless. Tasteful, I want you to write tasteless. And pitiful, I want you to write pitiless. Okay, so just be careful. Make sure you take away the full suffix before you add your less suffix. I don't want to see any shamefulness, okay, because that's not a real word. So have a go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, all ending in full, and I want you to change the full for a less, okay? Have a go at that, and we look forward to seeing your work on Seesaw, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, goodbye.